$40 billion. That's what America is betting on a bomber that critics say will be obsolete before it even takes off. The B-21 Raider, sleeker than the B-2, deadlier than anything in the sky, and according to some experts, destined to become the next battleship. But here's what they're missing. This isn't just another bomber. It's a game changer that's about to rewrite the rules of modern warfare. And China is terrified. Welcome to Jet Insight. The debate raging through Pentagon corridors right now isn't about whether America needs the B-21 Raider. It's about whether manned bombers have any future at all. Some say drones will make pilots obsolete. Others claim stealth technology is already outdated. They're calling the B-21 the new battleship. Impressive, expensive, and doomed. But they're dead wrong. The B-21 Raider represents something far more revolutionary than its critics understand. This isn't about building another bomber. It's about maintaining American air superiority for the next 50 years. And the numbers prove it. Right now, as we speak, 40 B-21 Raiders are taking shape in Northrop Grumman's Palmdale facility. That's 40% of the minimum planned fleet already in production. The first test aircraft has been flying since November 2023, and the results are exceeding every expectation. But what makes this story truly remarkable isn't just the technology, it's how wrong the critics have been about everything. If you agree that America's military superiority matters, type "proud" in the comments below. The battleship comparison sounds compelling until you dig into the facts. Battleships became obsolete because aircraft carriers fundamentally changed naval warfare, but no such revolution is happening in the skies. Instead, we're witnessing the evolution of air power, and the B-21 sits at the center of that evolution. The battleship myth exposed. Before we dive deeper into this incredible story, I'd like to ask you for a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click that subscribe button? Let's destroy this battleship myth once and for all. Critics love pointing to Ukraine, where cheap drones are striking targets hundreds of miles away. They say this proves expensive bombers are finished. But they're missing the bigger picture. Ukrainian drones work because Russia's air defenses are overwhelmed and outdated. Try flying those same drones against American air defense systems, and they'd be swatted down like mosquitoes. The B-21 isn't designed to fight yesterday's war. It's built for tomorrow's conflicts against peer adversaries with the most advanced air defenses on the planet. Here's what the critics don't understand about modern warfare. It's not about replacing manned aircraft with drones. It's about integration. The B-21 isn't just a bomber. It's a command center, a sensor platform, and a quarterback for unmanned systems. While drones handle the grunt work, human pilots make the split-second decisions that win wars. Consider this stunning fact. The B-21's radar signature is smaller than a mosquito. That's not marketing hype. That's classified engineering data that's recently been declassified. Compare that to any drone system, and the difference is staggering. No unmanned aircraft comes close to this level of stealth sophistication, but stealth is just the beginning. The B-21's open architecture design means it can integrate new technologies as they develop. Unlike the rigid systems of previous generations, this bomber evolves. Software updates can add new capabilities overnight. Weapon systems can be swapped out for different missions. It's less like a traditional aircraft and more like a flying supercomputer. The real numbers behind the program. The production numbers tell an incredible story that mainstream media refuses to cover. Northrop Grumman has already invested in advanced manufacturing techniques that cut production time by 30% compared to the B-2 program. Digital twin technology, virtual replicas of each aircraft, allows engineers to test and troubleshoot problems before they ever occur in the real world. This isn't your grandfather's aircraft manufacturing. Augmented reality guides technicians through complex assembly procedures. Artificial intelligence optimizes supply chain management. Advanced robotics handle precision tasks that would take humans hours to complete. The result? Each B-21 rolls off the production line faster and more efficiently than anyone thought possible. The cost comparison with the B-2 is equally revealing. When adjusted for inflation, each B-2 Spirit cost over $2 billion. The B-21, less than $800 million per aircraft. That's not just cost reduction, it's a manufacturing revolution that makes large-scale production financially viable. Major General Jason Armagost, commander of the 8th Air Force, recently made a statement that should terrify America's enemies. He said the most exciting thing about the B-21 isn't its individual capabilities. It's the sheer numbers that will enter service. Unlike the B-2, which was limited to 21 aircraft due to cost overruns, the B-21 program is designed for mass production. 100 aircraft minimum, but Pentagon insiders whisper about numbers closer to 145. Some defense analysts argue for over 200. Why? Because quantity itself becomes a strategic advantage. When you can field multiple bomber formations simultaneously, you force adversaries to defend everywhere at once. China's desperate response. Here's what should really concern China's military planners. While they've spent decades developing anti-stealth technology, the B-21 incorporates stealth advances they haven't even discovered yet. The aircraft uses materials and design principles that represent a generation leap beyond current Chinese capabilities. China's H-20 stealth bomber program, their answer to American air superiority, remains years from operational deployment. Intelligence reports suggest their prototype may have flown by 2023, but that's still decades behind American technology. Russia's PAKDA program is even further behind, mired in delays and technical problems. Meanwhile, American B-21s are already conducting test flights at Edwards Air Force Base. The gap in capability isn't just significant, it's insurmountable with current technology. China would need revolutionary breakthroughs just to match where America stands today. But the strategic implications go deeper than technology. The B-21 represents American manufacturing capability that China cannot replicate. The precision required for stealth coatings, the advanced materials science, the software integration. These represent decades of research and development that cannot be copied or stolen. Every successful B-21 test flight sends a message to Beijing. American aerospace dominance remains unchallenged, and with 40 aircraft already in various stages of production, that dominance will only grow stronger. The human factor advantage. Critics who push the drone replacement theory fundamentally misunderstand modern warfare. Artificial intelligence excels at processing data and executing predetermined responses. But war is chaos, and chaos requires human judgment that no computer can replicate. Consider the recent strikes on Iranian nuclear facilities, where B-2 Spirit bombers demonstrated why human pilots remain irreplaceable. The mission required real-time decision-making, route adjustments based on developing intelligence, and split-second judgments about target priorities. No drone system possesses that level of adaptability. The B-21 takes human decision-making and amplifies it through technology. Pilots don't just fly the aircraft, they command entire battle networks. The bomber's advanced sensors collect intelligence across multiple spectrums. Its communication systems coordinate with satellites, ground forces, and naval assets. Its electronic warfare capabilities can blind enemy radars while friendly forces advance. This is where the battleship comparison completely breaks down. Battleships were massive, inflexible weapons platforms designed for one primary mission. The B-21 is a multi-role system that adapts to whatever mission commanders require. Bomber one day, intelligence platform the next, electronic warfare asset when needed. The psychological impact on adversaries cannot be understated. Knowing that American bombers can appear anywhere, anytime, with minimal warning, fundamentally changes strategic calculations. Adversaries must defend everything, which means they can defend nothing effectively. The technology revolution, the B-21's electronic warfare capabilities, represent a quantum leap beyond previous systems. While specific details remain classified, defense analysts compare its electronic countermeasures to having an invisible shield that deflects radar waves. Enemy air defense operators see empty sky where a massive bomber should appear. The aircraft's networking capabilities turn it into a force multiplier for every other American military asset. Real-time intelligence sharing means ground commanders know exactly what's happening hundreds of miles away. Naval forces receive targeting data seconds after the B-21 sensors acquire it. Fighter aircraft get early warning about enemy movements before hostile radars even detect them. This integration represents something entirely new in military aviation. Previous bombers were essentially flying in isolation, communicating through radio when necessary. The B-21 is permanently connected to the global military information network, making every other American weapon system more effective. The maintenance revolution deserves special attention. Traditional stealth aircraft require hours of specialized maintenance for every flight hour. The B-21's advanced coatings and materials drastically reduce this maintenance burden. More flight hours means more training opportunities, which means better prepared crews, which translates to higher mission success rates. Advanced simulation systems mean pilots can practice missions hundreds of times before flying real sorties. Virtual reality training replicates combat conditions with stunning accuracy. By the time B-21 crews face real combat, they've already flown the mission dozens of times in simulation. Operational advantages that matter. The range capabilities of the B-21 fundamentally change American military strategy. With over 12,000 kilometers of unrefueled range, these bombers can reach any target on Earth from American bases. That eliminates the need for forward deployment in many scenarios, reducing political complications while maintaining strategic flexibility. The payload flexibility offers commanders options that simply didn't exist before. Conventional munitions for precision strikes, nuclear weapons for strategic deterrence, intelligence gathering equipment for reconnaissance missions, electronic warfare pods for suppressing enemy communications. One platform, endless possibilities. The stealth characteristics work across multiple detection spectrums, not just radar. Infrared suppression makes the aircraft nearly invisible to heat-seeking missiles. Acoustic dampening reduces the sound signature to almost nothing. Even visual detection becomes difficult due to the aircraft's advanced camouflage properties. Speed and altitude capabilities remain classified, but leaked specifications suggest performance that exceeds public expectations. The B-21 can cruise at altitudes where most surface-to-air missiles cannot reach, while maintaining speeds that minimize exposure time over hostile territory. If you're a military veteran or military enthusiast who appreciates American aerospace superiority, we'd love to have you join our community of service members and defense advocates. Your experience and insights make our discussions even more valuable. The logistics advantages cannot be overlooked. Unlike previous bomber programs that required specialized maintenance facilities, the B-21 can operate from conventional airfields with minimal modifications. This flexibility means more potential bases, better geographic distribution, and improved survivability in crisis situations. Weather independence sets the B-21 apart from drone alternatives. While unmanned systems struggle, in adverse conditions, manned bombers can adapt to changing weather patterns, navigate around storm systems, and complete missions despite environmental challenges. The strategic implications. American allies are taking notice in ways that validate the B-21's strategic importance. Australia is seriously considering purchasing B-21s to enhance their long-range strike capabilities. The aircraft's ability to cover vast Pacific distances makes it ideal for regional defense partnerships. The deterrence factor extends beyond traditional military calculations. Potential adversaries must consider that American bombers can strike their most valuable targets with minimal warning. This forces defensive investments that drain resources from offensive capabilities, fundamentally altering strategic balance. Coalition warfare becomes more effective when American bombers can provide long-range support for Allied operations. European partners benefit from extended American reach. Pacific allies gain confidence from demonstrated American commitment to regional security. The economic implications ripple through American defense manufacturing. The B-21 program supports over 8,000 direct jobs at Northrop Grumman alone. Supplier networks span all 50 states, with over 400 companies contributing components and services. This industrial base strengthens American manufacturing while supporting thousands of additional jobs. Export potential remains uncertain due to classification restrictions, but even limited sales to close allies could generate billions in revenue, while strengthening military partnerships. The F-35 program demonstrates how international cooperation can reduce per-unit costs, while building interoperability with partner nations. Addressing the critics. The cost arguments against the B-21 ignore long-term strategic value. Critics focus on upfront procurement costs while ignoring operational savings, mission effectiveness, and strategic deterrence benefits. When calculated over the aircraft's expected 50-year service life, the per-year cost becomes remarkably reasonable. Drone advocates consistently overestimate unmanned capabilities while underestimating stealth bomber advantages. Current drone technology works against unsophisticated adversaries with limited air defenses. Against peer competitors with advanced radar systems and electronic warfare capabilities, most drones become expensive targets rather than effective weapons. The speed of technological change argument cuts both ways. While new threats emerge constantly, the B-21's open architecture design means it can adapt and evolve with changing requirements. Software updates can add new capabilities overnight. Hardware modifications can integrate future weapon systems. This flexibility ensures relevance for decades. International critics who claim the B-21 destabilizes global security miss the fundamental point. American military superiority has maintained relative peace among major powers for over 70 years. The B-21 continues this stabilizing influence by ensuring potential aggressors understand the consequences of threatening American interests or allies. The future of air power. The B-21 represents more than just another bomber program. It's the foundation for America's next-generation air power architecture. Future systems will build upon the technologies and operational concepts proven in the Raider program. Collaborative combat aircraft, essentially loyal wingman drones, are being designed specifically to work alongside B-21s. These unmanned systems will handle high-risk missions while human pilots maintain command and control from the relative safety of stealth bombers. The Next Generation Air Dominance Program, America's sixth-generation fighter initiative, incorporates lessons learned from B-21 development. Integration between these programs ensures maximum effectiveness across all mission profiles. Space integration represents another frontier where the B-21 leads innovation. Advanced satellite communication systems provide global connectivity. Space-based sensors enhance intelligence gathering capabilities. Even potential anti-satellite operations become possible through specialized payloads. Artificial intelligence integration will continue expanding the B-21's capabilities without replacing human decision-making. AI excels at processing vast amounts of sensor data, identifying targets, and calculating optimal flight paths. Human pilots excel at strategic thinking, mission adaptation, and split-second combat decisions. The combination is unbeatable. Global impact and deterrence. The psychological impact of the B-21 program extends far beyond military circles. Potential adversaries must recalculate their strategic planning, knowing that American bombers can reach any target globally with minimal warning. This uncertainty forces defensive investments while reducing offensive capabilities. Regional allies gain confidence from demonstrated American commitment to maintaining military superiority. Japan, South Korea, Australia, and European partners all benefit from the extended deterrent umbrella that B-21 capabilities provide. The industrial message resonates globally as well. American aerospace capabilities remain unmatched, and the B-21 program demonstrates continued innovation leadership. This technological superiority supports American diplomatic positions while encouraging continued partnership with allied nations. Conclusion. The B-21 Raider will never become a modern battleship because the comparison itself is fundamentally flawed. Battleships became obsolete when aircraft carriers changed the nature of naval warfare. But no equivalent revolution is occurring in aerospace technology. Instead, we're witnessing the evolution of air power, and the B-21 represents the next step in that evolution. It integrates manned and unmanned systems. It combines stealth technology with network-centric warfare. It provides strategic deterrence while maintaining tactical flexibility. $40 billion isn't just an investment in a new bomber. It's an investment in American military superiority for the next 50 years. It's a guarantee that our brave airmen will have the tools they need to complete their missions and return home safely. It's a promise to our allies that American commitment remains strong. Most importantly, it's a clear message to any nation that might threaten American interests. We maintain the capability to reach you anywhere, anytime, with precision and overwhelming force. The critics calling the B-21 a modern battleship simply don't understand modern warfare. This isn't about fighting yesterday's battles with tomorrow's weapons. It's about maintaining American military dominance in an increasingly dangerous world. And on that foundation, America's security remains unshakable. If this analysis opened your eyes to the B-21's true significance, show your support by liking this video and subscribing to Jet Insight for more in-depth military analysis. Your engagement helps us continue bringing you the stories that matter most to America's defense. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We read every single one,